been stuck at an airport like I have and tried to use the public Wi Fi, it just doesn't work. It doesn't connect, or you have very slow internet. My friend missed her connecting flight in a foreign country and couldn't even talk to her family because of the poor internet at the airport. And not just at the airport. Whenever too many devices are trying to connect to a Wi Fi, even at your home, the connection just becomes too slow. Do you know why? Well, it happens due to something called bandwidth congestion, something a lot similar to a traffic jam. The IoT devices like phones, smartwatches, smart lights communicate over radio frequencies, and the frequency spectrum is called radio spectrum. Radio spectrum is limited, like the width of a road or a highway. Naturally, whenever there's too much traffic, there's a traffic jam. And with the number of IoT devices growing to 4 billion IoT devices by 2025, there will be a lot of internet traffic jams unless we do something about it today. Now let's take a look at the left-hand side of the slide and imagine if every road had some lanes reserved for someone, like one lane for Prime Minister, another for police, and yet another for an ambulance, regardless of how often they use those lanes. Does that look like an efficient use of a road space? I hope not. Unfortunately, that's how radio spectrum is utilized right now, as you can see in the right-hand side of the slide. Some frequencies are reserved for some applications like radio and television broadcast and are called licensed bands, whereas the Wi-Fi bands are the free bands that IoT devices can use. The licensed bands cannot be used by Wi-Fi IoT devices even under severe internet traffic jam conditions. So what I'm doing in my PhD project is developing an intelligent mechanism to allow the IoT devices to use those reserved frequencies without causing any traffic blockage or interference to licensed users. I'm using tools like reinforcement learning and cognitive radio to teach the IoT devices how to sense whenever a licensed frequency is being free. This part is called spectrum sensing, and use it through smart spectrum allocation, but vacate it as soon as the licensed user arrives, like leaving a lane for an ambulance. This way, smart spectrum sensing will enable massive connectivity. Once I'm done implementing it, you can put thousands of phones and IoT devices in airports, and they're all going to stay connected. Smart classrooms, smart hospitals, smart cafes and cinemas, truly smart cities. You will have great connectivity everywhere, no matter how crowded the place is or how many sensors you have on or around you. You will never have to face slow internet again. Thank you.